Hello everyone, welcome to T10 Sports Runner of the Year Awards, and today we are with West Delhi runners, and I've got hold of a lovely couple, Ranjana and Nitin are with me. I just want to start by asking a very basic question that most of the triathletes are asked. So how did you graduate to triathlons? Both of you started as swimmers, cyclists or runners and then got into triathlon?
So for me, I had started running first, and cycling came later. Swimming, I knew swimming, but it was not so great. So swimming came the last.
So for you,
for me, it was I used to cycle a lot. Maybe around 2011s sort of thing, just doing the regular brevets and all sort of things.
Long distance.
And then, so I used to hate running. And I was like, why do people run? I just couldn't get it. And then I had a bike accident, so for which I couldn't just, ride for a long time. And then that's where we signed up for the first ADHM. At that time, you didn't have to really qualify for ADHM, you could just sign up. So those were the days. So did my first HM. Then I was like, it sucks, but it's good. So that's how it stuck. And then from there, did a couple of duathlons. And then like, the next step, the logical step seems to be triathlon. The only problem was that I didn't know how to swim. So then, let's start looking at it more as a challenge. And then it was like, let's just do it. And then somewhere around 2015, started learning swimming, gave it a year. Just the normal graduation in terms of, doing your half iron, then moving on to the full iron. So that's nice now. Now it's become a lifestyle.
Absolutely.
So that's where it is. I mean, so I guess, there was no sort of time frame. It was more of a personal challenge that, more of putting like swimming is a necessary skill. I believe everyone should know how to life-saving skill. It's a great sport. So just embrace that. That's about it. So
So interesting fact that you mentioned you got swimming also, and then but maybe slightly we are focusing from running to triathlons. Well, this part of the country, I've also swam open waters with you in Bharadwaj Lake once. So how convenient or how difficult it is for being a triathlete and balancing your training, especially open waters, there's not much option. So how do you balance as a couple, how do you balance that?
Well, I think, so one of the things that we realized much earlier was that, here is the thing, I think to us it's very logical, is that open water is something that you have to come over, you have to come terms with, you have to embrace it, you have to love it. So we went actually we went all the way to Lake Thornur, maybe 3 years back, just to swim open water over there, spent a lot of money, but that was the experience that we wanted. And once we had that, I think that's when we said, now we can do an iron distance or a half iron distance open water. And I think that's one point, you need to gradually look towards it. And coming back to your basic question of around, people in North, or let's say especially in Delhi, I think the fact is that your training happens in the pool. Your distance happens in the pool. It's not that, you will go to the open water one day and do 4 kilometers. You need to still do 4K in the pool. And then look at your endurance. If you can do the distance, I think the distance you need to do in the pool. And when you go to open water, then it's like, now I just need to forget about the fact that there is 100 feet of depth, whatever it is, and then just carry on with it. Also the fact that I think it's very important for non-swimmers, when they're doing an event or preparing for an event, they need to take care of the safety perspective. Don't get buoyed by the fact that what if I pull up a swim buoy, how's it gonna happen? No, because you need to be at ease of mind, peace of mind, and then do it. Because the fact is that when you do an event, there are hundreds of saviors.
So you are safe.
You are safe. Actually, doing a proper Ironman event, you're the most safest person. You're the safest place you can be. What you need to overcome is your mental barrier, and obviously the physical endurance that you need to have.
So Ranjana, running is one crazy thing, but swimming and cycling two other crazy thing. So how do you balance? And also being a mother, how do you balance?
So as far as swimming is concerned, it's a 5-day activity during the week. We go to Talkatora usually, and weekends we would go to Lake Bhardwaj for our open water training. So that's like a set routine, you know. You got to wake up, you know, go there and stuff, do your routine, yeah. And then, you know, you kind of balance it. We do most of our trainings indoor on the cycling, on the trainer. So it's been, so whenever you get time, so in the evening, in the night, or early mornings, so you kind of balance it out. Running, kind of, again, you know, you do it later in the evening, or maybe a little longer runs over the weekend. So you try and do at least 2 activities in a day. And of course, so if your best is if you, because you're cycling home, the kids see you around. They know that you're not outside, right? You know, it really makes a difference. And of course, it's more safer to be indoors.
Okay. So one word answer I want from both of you. When you are a runner, were you more disciplined, or when you are a triathlete, were you more disciplined?
I think triathlons. I mean,
Nitin,
Triathlon.
I mean, it gets you
I'm
all
also
the balance.
triathlete, so I'm being partial here. Yes, when you're a triathlete, you're more disciplined.
I mean, you unless you know you do your proper planning, you cannot be a triathlete. You cannot.
Absolutely.
And squeezing time, you know, getting various different kinds of workouts at the same time while you're doing your sport, you know, your 3 activities. You need to work on your core, you need to work on your stretching. So there is a lot that you have to club in a day. It's a lot. And during the week, it's a lot.
I mean,
so unless you plan it properly, you can't do it.
If you show me a triathlete who's ill-disciplined or unmanaged person,
it never happens.
It never happens.
Okay.
It's never happened. Yeah. So.
Thank you so very much, Ranjana and Nitin, for joining us. Look forward to seeing you at Runner of the Year Awards, May 19th. It is at, now we have the venue also, Bristol Hotel, so please be there.
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys.